Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to do the Lazy Man's Guide to Trials of Reckoning scoring, where we try to get the most points we possibly can with the smallest amount of effort that we possibly can, which for a lot of people in Trials of Reckoning is right where they want to be. This is content that some people really enjoy and they go for super high scores and get really sweaty, and massive amounts of respect to those people. Personally, I go a lot sweatier than I'm going to show you in this guide, but I wanted to do this guide while I was just initially clearing all these quests, because on my first clear of these quests, I get fairly lazy with it, you could say. And let me show you how I do that. And this is something you can do for the whole time, and you will actually produce fairly decent scores. First thing, just put your bonus units and your bonus vision cards together. I have all of the FF13 units. You might or you might not. There is a monstrously big list of bonus units for this. Just make a group out of your best bonus units that you have, and then pair them with the best bonus vision cards you have. It doesn't matter if it's optimal, like Void Sight should probably not be on Hope, it should probably be on Fang, but okay, whatever. This is the lazy first clear, so just do that. Now that's the most obvious stuff, right? If you're watching this right now and you're like, or Jay, this is a new low in analysis. Okay, let me give you the second tip. This is one that is a little bit more in depth. You can now run a companion on every one of these missions, and it does not stop you from completing the mission, the quests missions. That's confusing. What I mean is, go into your friends list and find someone who's running a bonus unit, preferably Hope, because he is the most bonus unit. Even if it's a low level Hope with like no Esper or something like that, get yourself a bonus Hope from your friends list and has running bonus vision cards. This will increase your score by a lot and you don't have to do anything. Then you jump in here and fight. Now, while this fight is happening, I'm going to give you some more tips. Tip number one, turn off all of the group buffs for your characters. You can make your score a lot better by cutting down the number of turns it takes to clear the missions. But if your units spend all of their time running into each other and doing group buffs, especially later into a fight when like you clear a bunch of mobs, like we're clearing all these mobs up front, but now that Toneberry's pretty far back, this stuff up here on the left is kind of far away. So it would maybe be a situation where like right here, Snow would start running to people and buffing, except Snow doesn't do group buffs. But you know what I mean? Hope could be running at people and buffing. Katone could be running at people and buffing. Instead, I leave their self buffs on and turn all of their group buffs off. So the only movement that they ever do is towards the enemy, which will drastically cut down on the number of turns you're going to take in the fight and increase your score. You can see right here, Hope didn't have any buffs to do. Snow's buffing himself and running forward, and now Katone will finish off the Toneberry and we win the fight. Now, is this going to be an absolutely excellent score for Trials of Reckoning Hard number 3? No. It's not going to be an absolutely excellent score, but is it going to be a serviceable score? Is it a score that if you background farm this every day at how many points we're getting here? 2571, you're going to be helping your guild and climbing the leaderboards a respectable amount? Yes, it is. Will your score be less than that if you have maybe worse bonus units than I do? Yeah, it will. But it took me 0 time to set this up. Like, I built that team you saw in less than 5 minutes, and I cleared the quest that easily. Okay, next tip. Which mission do you want to farm? This used to be a debate, because back in the day, we had unit resonance and Esper resonance, and you needed to, like, run so many missions with your people to, like, get all that up. You don't have to anymore. Now you just farm Hard 3. Hard 3 is the most efficient one to farm, and you can background farm everything in Trials of Reckoning. So my score will be worse on background farm because you can't use a companion, but I will just use, because this is a lazy man's guide, I will just use this exact same team and set up my background farming. You're going to want to do this for several days so you build up those boss tickets before you go hit the bosses, but this is something that used to be just so much more tedious. You would have to kind of decide, do you want to do Hard 3 or do you want to do Normal 5? Normal 5 had kind of better side rewards because you could just build up Esper Resonance with your units, and it was actually a really useful thing. Nowadays, I think everybody's probably just going to farm Hard 3. Now, let's just see. I'm going to run Hard 3 with my background farming squad, and then I'm going to go on my Discord and not going to show you the team comp that we're running because we are competing for like at least a top 10 spot here, so I'm not going to like give that away, but and I want to give you an example of what a good score in Trials of Reckoning would be for a background farming team. So I'm actually going to like open up a JP video that we have saved and watch, and I'm going to see what their score was. So let's see, in this JP farming video, they got a score of, okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. I'm going to put it on the screen. It doesn't show the team comp, so I'm like not giving anything away really. You know, actually I don't have a really good way of doing that. 1902 it looks like was their score. So let's see what score I get with this one. Now I think it's 1902. I can't read anything on the screen, so it's all in Japanese, but let's see what I get. So this is minus the companion hope. We clear the fight. It looked like in nearly the same amount of turns. It'll honestly probably be less turns because we didn't have the hope. We got 1949. So this guide video that I was just watching here had a score of, no, I'm sorry, their score was 3105. 3105. My score 1949. So you can see how you can really optimize this a lot more, and I will definitely do some of that optimizing myself. But at this point we're talking like to optimize more, you're talking about not using espers or lowering the bravery on your units, or you know, running agility down items and the specific PvE items and you know, like runes and stuff like that. I didn't do any of that. This is all my PvP runes equipped. This is all I did was stack the espers, stack the vision cards, and I got 2/3 of what like an incredibly good score would be on background repeat, which for a lot of people I think will be plenty good enough. All right, anything else I really want to say here? Not really. Make sure if you want to get slightly sweatier, you can do your 3 runs of hard 4 and hard 5 every day. And you know, again, you could come in here like there's Ready Player Will's Hope. I'll snag that up to my team. You come in here and do these. In fact, you could skip ticket these, and I would just save your skip tickets for these every day. If you want to get a few more boss fighting tickets, you don't even have to. If you just want to be the laziest person possible, log in every day, do your dailies, go to hard 3, hit background repeat with your lazy team, and walk away feeling like you did your part, because you did. Okay, here in a little bit, I am going to poll for the new vision card. I'm not live today, so I'll just probably go ahead and make that a separate video. But if you're going for ultimate sweatiness and trying to hit those maximum scores on the boss, you are going to need the new vision card that came out today. So that's something to get. And then when you're doing boss fights, something that I haven't even talked about here, which I will probably do a boss fight video in a few days when I try to make my first runs, that's where damage limit up really matters. Yep, okay, that's it. I think I've talked about this enough. Let's just watch this hard 4 fight play out so you can compare this score to your score if you want to here in a little bit. Ooh, the Ready Player Will's Hope giving out a haste buff to my Fang so she can run all the way around this map. This is a perfect example of a map where if you had group buffs on, these people would be chilling on the bottom of this map, just buffing everybody while these slow ass dragons made their way across the map. And this is why you gotta turn your group buffs off, even for these lazy man's guides. Like, you could at least be that efficient. Ooh, what a quicken right there. What an amazing quicken. Snow still not in range. Okay, lightning finally gets in range to kill one. She hits an elemental weakness right there for a few more points. Come on, Hope, get in range, finish him off. He's channeling a spell. He gets him. Let's see. All right, what's my score here for hard 4? This will be my hard, I don't know. I'll probably come back through here myself and like do a little bit sweatier of a run since we are competing for a top spot. But if I was to just leave this one as is, I would come away with a score of 2532. Okay. There we go, 2532, way more than enough to hit all the milestone missions. In fact, it's like double the milestone missions. All right, anyway, video's long enough. That's the Lazy Man's Guide. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.